Hi, my name is Carson Stillman. I'm a second-year PhD student from the University of Florida, and I'm really excited to be here to discuss our work on potential security vulnerabilities that arise from the move from benchtop sequencing to portable sequencing. Sequencing technology today is shrinking, and devices are becoming portable. Portable devices are cheaper due to offloaded compute resources on external host machines such as commodity laptops, phones, and tablets. However, with every major shift in technology, new problems arise. Traditionally, security and privacy in bioinformatics and clinical research has focused on protecting sensitive information collected in online genomic databases, how to securely share such data between entities, and how to avoid device tampering in closed laboratory environments. However, as seen for portable consumer Internet of Things devices, this transition introduces new security and privacy issues. First, portable devices can connect to any computer, laptop, or tablet which may be compromised. From a cybersecurity standpoint, this means that we can no longer consider the host machine as trusted. We consider this because of policies like Bring Your Own Device, BYOD, where employees use their own devices, such as phones, laptops, and tablets, to access business applications and data. In fact, a 2020 survey from VMware showed that nearly 80% of all organizations support some degree of BYOD. While another survey found that about 95% of employees state they use at least one BYOD device for work functions. But users may unintentionally engage in riskier browsing, email, or messaging, potentially compromising their device, and malware that infects an employee's computer because of personal use could be used as a vector to steal sequencing data or to take control of sequencing devices. Second, portable devices can now be connected to commodity internet networks in the field, which may not be properly configured. For example, host devices such as personal laptops are usually set to automatically connect to known Wi-Fis or even publicly available Wi-Fis, such as coffee shops and airports. Finally, portability means that bad actors may obtain physical access to the sequencing device in the field, which is another avenue of compromise. Now, we'll discuss some specific threats that can come as a result of these new attack surfaces. First, authentication. Authentication is how a user or a device proves to another they are who they say they are to achieve access to a system. Improper authentication mechanisms can be exploited by attackers to gain access to systems they should not have. Traditionally, IP authentication was used to perform authentication over networks. This method was originally designed to identify the physical location of the device, for example, benchtop equipment that does not move from its location. This was okay because networks were tightly controlled with only authorized users having access. However, as we can no longer assume this because of portability, IP authentication is no longer secure. IP addresses can be retrieved by attackers and used to fake their identity and gain unauthorized access to devices and computers. As a portable sequencer can be connected to a host machine, which can be connected anytime to any network, this increases the possibilities for attackers to gain access to the sequencer, which may let them perform actions such as starting and stopping sequencing processes or even exfiltrating sensitive data. The solution to this problem is strong passwords and two-factor authentication, as is often used in mobile devices such as phones. If properly implemented, these techniques can prevent adversaries from gaining access to the sequencing device. Another new issue is related to the confidentiality of the sequence data. While we have security measures in place for online databases of genomic data, if the host machine is infected by a virus or a malware, malicious entities can secretly extract sequencing information before the data is stored in online databases, as it is passed over cables and stored on the external host machine for computation. A potential solution here is to adopt encryption for data storage and secure communication protocols between the sequencer and the host machine. Encryption is a technique where data is made unreadable to adversaries using a mathematical transformation that is only reversible using a key kept secret. Encrypting data over the connection between the sequencer and the host machine allows information to be passed to untrusted external computers without worry about adversaries attempting to read it. Finally, adversaries can try to subtly manipulate data by violating a property referred to as integrity. Integrity ensures that the data received has not been tampered or altered as the data is transmitted. In our scenario, if the host device is compromised, adversaries may be able to alter data as it is passed to the external host machine or when stored in an infected host machine before or after base calling. A potential solution to this problem is to adopt message authentication codes called MACs, or digital signatures. These authentication checks are a code typically added to the end of transmitted data that ensures its integrity. If the data changes, when the attester attempts to create their own code, they will see a mismatch. This allows the software in the host machine to recognize data manipulations and to reject tempered data. These are only a few examples of how security and privacy requirements change when we consider moving from benchtop equipment to portable sequencing devices. Security assumptions also change as malicious adversaries become more subtle and sophisticated. Unlike in the past, we cannot consider controlled networks as the only security protection against attackers. A multi-layered security approach is necessary to mitigate potential vulnerabilities as portable sequencing technology becomes widespread. Solutions might already exist, but might not be applicable or might even be counterproductive for genomic sequencing processes. How can we solve this? A dialogue between the security and bioinformatic communities is essential. There is a sense among other communities that security research can cause more harm than good, as we expose potential vulnerabilities. When we find issues, we engage with vendors directly to address and solve these vulnerabilities before attackers can exploit those in the real world. But as a computer scientist, we know very little about how you use sequencing devices in the field. We are here to learn from the community and to understand what is critical for you. We want to understand how you are using sequencing devices to help make your workflows more secure and to avoid your sensitive data from getting accessed or manipulated by bad actors. We would love to hear from you and have prepared a survey. If you use a sequencing device and want to talk to us, please scan the QR code or visit our poster. Your feedback is essential for us. Finally, I would like to thank all of my collaborators. This work would not have been possible without their help. Thank you all for listening. If you would like to know more about our work or have any questions, please feel free to contact us at any time.